Hello everyone and welcome back. I am EonShiKeno, bringing you some more commentaries from MLG Providence 2011 Championship Bracket. We've got Dignitas' Sjow hanging out on the left side of dual site. He's going to be a red Terran player, and his opponent, another Terran player, going to be in the blue color. He's going to be MarineKing Prime under the nickname Zephyr Prime, so don't get those names confused. It's MarineKing underneath there. He's probably got his teddy bear somewhere inside that command center. So TvT on I was about to say Steps of War. That would have been a nightmare. Two SCVs going out. Okay, I was like yeah, obviously he's gonna scout with one. Another one's gonna build the supply depot. Sjow not deciding to wall off. May come back to bite him near the end of the game. We will find out. Maybe, maybe not. This is this has to be a proxy barracks. There's no other reason it's not a SCV this early unless he's just playing insanely safe. Where is he going? If you maybe put a reverse Makarax, is that what this would be called? A barracks at your opponent's natural? That looks like what he's going to do here. And then he could fly it up in here too. That would be pretty sneaky. Barracks starting at just a couple seconds earlier for Sjow. This is quite interesting. I really don't see him building Marines and then running up the front. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. I kind of see him more going towards the front here. It's just what I'm thinking, or flying it in here going for a land. So a little bit of some tricky play coming out of MarineKing this game. That's sort of his calling card. He plays really, really weird. I mean, you'll see him fly down to the gold base in Metalopolis, you know, like every other game, especially during MLG. I know he did it versus Hey Pro. He's done it versus Bomber, just a lot of times just on that map, and he's a pretty crazy guy. Tech Lab, is he going to just go for Reapers? Interesting here. He's getting gas. And now he's scouting. I wonder, did Sjow actually scout that? I did not see that. The direction that SCV came from, that may have gave something away. Not quite sure. The Marine is out. Reaper. Marauder. Okay, going to go for a Marauder. One Marauder versus one Marine. Marauder should win that. The only thing really he has to worry about is if Sjow pulls SCVs, then he should be able to deal with it a little bit better. He needs to keep that Marine alive and to deal with that Marauder. So back at base, he's making cuts of shells. Sjow just now scouts it out. He's looking around the base. He sees, okay, you know what? There's no barracks. Where's the barracks? Now he's on barracks hunt duty. Oh no, he's making a reactor. Oh wow, that's so bad. The reactor, that's going to slow down his Marine production for the time being. Marines pushing out. Do they see it? Do they see it? Yes, they see it. They see the Marauder. MarineKing quickly tries to pull back the Marauder, but unfortunately it's too late. Sjow did see it. Shjow's quickly trying to throw up a bunker just to buy some time here. I think MarineKing, he's waiting for the second Marauder, and he's going to have to go for it. I think he knows the gig is up. He's been scouted out, and now he's going to come in here and take out some SCVs. He really needs to kill these SCVs, kill the Marines first. That's what he really needs to focus on, and after that he can deal with this bunker being produced. But a lot of SCVs coming out. He's going to need to get some SCVs down here. Not really macroing these SCVs that well. He's lost two. Could easily pull those guys back, focusing down the other Marine. Two more coming out, and he's got a lot queued up there. More Marauders showing up here, and MarineKing being pretty cost effective here. Unfortunately, the bunker is up. Marines are in there, and he's going to be forced to fall back. That was a pretty tricky build. If he would have went for you know, something a little different, more tech oriented and less Marines, and not actually scouted that out, that would have been a different deal. That would have been a different game. He would have lost a lot more SCVs. So let's check the heart count. 20 versus 14, and he's going to use the high ground vision of the barracks to shoot the supply depot. Oh, I love this rush. This is just like, this is awesome. He's going to get a free kill on the supply depot, and he needs to watch out that barracks isn't in range of the bunker. He's falling back, and he's going to get a bunker kill there, or a supply depot kill like this from MarineKing. Back in his base, what's he taking up to? Double factory. Oh wait, that's a factory and a command center. Okay, double factory, or factory, command center. Not much else he can hit up here. Everything is too far away from the edge. Might be able to bait out some Marines. We will see. Sjow supply blocked. He's going to have to make a couple more supply depots. One's being built right now. And MarineKing is in a great position. Look at the supply difference already. 10 supply difference this early in the game. TvT is just, that's just not where you want to be. Sjow's going to have to do something pretty crazy to get back in this game. He's going to have to, I don't know, maybe do a Hellion drop, or looks like he's going to go for Banshee. Banshee works. I like the Banshee. How close are we getting A from MarineKing? Actually, it was a double factory. I just saw a double factory and a command center. So he's got Hellions coming out. We're going to see a Hellion Marauder push, maybe. So the starport is close to being done for MarineKing. He's going to need that Viking to deal with the Banshee. He's going to research Cloak. Hasn't started a second gas yet, so it's going to be a while before he gets enough gas to make that, be able to research Cloaking Field. So we're probably just going to see standard Banshee play. Banshees do work really great versus Marauders. You know, Marauders can't shoot up. That's the one thing they can do. And Refinery, he really wants to get that gas up. Man, MarineKing really loves that gas. He's already putting on 2 more Tech Lab and a Reactor. Getting a Viking. I like the Viking. Should be pretty safe against Cloaking, like I said earlier. Off the 1 gas is going to be a wall. I'm not sure if he knows that, if he scouted the 1 gas or not. He saw the one earlier, but that could have easily changed it by now. Sjow, it does have this expansion up. Is he going to land it? Actually, no. MarineKing's is down first. He's going to get that SCV transfer going down for MarineKing. And that Reactor almost finished. And look at this Scout Tech Lab. This Tech Lab scouts out the expansion. I love this. It's like so many little things in this build have worked out really well for MarineKing. I wonder if maybe getting Marauder first and then Reaper second would have been a better push. Get the Marauder to tank with, get the Reaper to deal the damage, and you know, kill the SCVs faster. Maybe that'll be a little change to this build. Maybe would have to wait a little bit longer for the gas, but then he doesn't even have to get concussive shell. Kind of curious why he got concussive shell. Maybe he was anticipating some type of Hellion play, and of course that'll work out pretty good there. Banshee easily getting deflected there, got 2 kills. And he might split up his Vikings here. Going to try and cut him off of the chase. Where is he going? No. MarineKing's actually just going to go for a push out. Lots of Hellions. 2 Marauders. More Hellions out on the way. Siege tanks with blue flame being upgraded. And this expansion is going to get toasted. He's going to be forced to retreat here. He doesn't have very much. He's got a couple of Marines. That's not going to be enough. He's got more Hellions and Marines. He's going to be forced to pull SCVs or something. He's going to land the Vikings. Why not? Go for a blue flame is now roasting these Marines. Great timing here with this Hellion. This is a really well executed build by MarineKing. SCVs being pulled and actually sacrificing all the Hellions. Could have played that a little bit better, but I guess at this point MarineKing is just kind of trading armies versus armies. He knows that there's not really much he has to do at this point just to continue to apply pressure and just continue to extend his advantage. Needs to keep that Viking alive, though. That's the one AA he does have hanging. Actually, another Viking does show up here. 63 versus 50. Sjow still in this. I'm surprised he held that off that well. MarineKing Prime, like I said, probably could have played that just a little bit better. Those Hellions just kind of ran in there and sat there. Tech Lab finished on the starport. What is he going to build out of there? We will find out. More Hellions out on the way. Vikings being landed in the back, doing some harass. Going to get some kills here on the SCVs. 1, 2 go down. Maybe going to get a third. Yep, third is going to go down. Just cutting away these SCVs. Dropping like Vikings from the sky. And now lifting back up. Going to be forced to get out of there. Yep, he's going to get the medevac. Yep, does get the medevac. That's going to really slow back the expansion here. Hellions pushing up against tank. Tank does follow his tank of zone for MarineKing Prime here. And forced to back up with the tank there. Got a Marauder. Really weird army composition from MarineKing this game, but it's just worked out so well, just applying so much pressure. And yep, it looks like that tank is going to get taken out here too. 1 kill on there, but actually, you might just want to skip the tank and go straight for the SCVs. Why not? Running straight into the main. 4 Marines catch them, but not enough damage. Those Hellions do sneak on by. 2 still get in there. That's enough to toast some SCVs. Actually, just going to do some scouting. The third up here is almost finished for MarineKing Prime. So as this barracks floating around up there, has about 4 gas pumping out pretty good. More buildings going to be placed here. 2 more factories. So this is, I guess you could call this as kind of transitioning into a mech build for MarineKing. The opener was Marauder. 2 armories on the way. Going to get some double upgrades. Even a Raven out. That's going to work out pretty well. 2 armories being built up here at the front. And at this point, Sjow's probably thinking like, what do I do now? It's like, this has been such an odd play. So we're going to see Bio coming out of Sjow versus Mech for MarineKing. MarineKing does have his nice advantage. It's kind of just been ever extending throughout the course of the game. 92 versus 61 supply. Look at that production tab for both players. Stim is just about finished. Combat shield on the way. 1 more tank coming out. Does he have siege tech finished? Actually, nope. It's being researched up here. Not even close to being finished. Helling's just kind of hanging out at the front of the base. Maybe going to go do some poking, making sure that he's not going to go for any type of push. Orbital does land. He's going to start dropping some mules over here to spread out his mining across all his bases. And look at all this mech being produced here. 2 more tech labs. He's going to make some Thors, even getting some armor upgrades, armor and attack upgrades. Looking really good for MarineKing Prime. Actually, just got a couple too many here at his main. Needs to transfer those over, no big deal. Hellions trying to poke here at the expansion. Might go back in for some more kills. Yep, going to pick off one Marine, and these Marines just getting toasted right there. Such a horrible way to die. 26 worker kills for MarineKing, only 3 for Sjow. And one of those was the Scout SCV that ended up building that barracks. And look at this, another command center for MarineKing. I love his macro. Just ever expanding, ever building, and even more gas going to go up. This is going to be 6 gas for MarineKing. He can start dropping all his mules at this expansion. That's going to be 3 mules on this gold base. He really doesn't even need to put a gas there. This is going to be an insane amount. But we have Sjow going out for a push here. Does MarineKing have the forces to deal with this? I would say yes. He's got pretty good forces. Let's check the army tab. Looking pretty close, but I think, yeah, MarineKing has just got a little too much here in the gas range. But if he sneaks on by, he can get in a pretty good position. If he gets a siege of... Oh, wow. Marine just so clumped up. Hellions toasting everything. And look at the Ravens. Ravens getting focus fire. Point defense drones going down for some reason. But he has nothing that uses point defense drones. That was kind of wasted by MarineKing. And he throws down some auto turrets. And this is looking like he's going to clean it up. But that wasn't the prettiest use of Ravens, if I'd say so myself. But it doesn't matter at this point. MarineKing just has such a huge advantage. He can kind of do whatever he wants. Against Sjow. I'm not sure if Sjow even knows he has a third at this point. No, he doesn't. Fortunately, he doesn't know he has a third or a fourth. Did get 8 kills. This guy's a corporal. He's got something to write home about. Even more factories going to go up. This is going to be, what is that? 7 factories being going to be complete here for MarineKing. And even another command center. Why not? He's like, you know what I haven't built in 2 or 3 minutes? A command center. And Sjow doing some scouting down here to the bottom right. Unfortunately, it's the wrong direction. There is a scout here in the middle. This Marine did see some Hellions coming through. And he's rewarded with getting toasted. And somehow the guns get burnt and the combat shield. Those are some hot flames if they can melt. Like armor, guns, like metal. That's some hot flames right there. And now a sensor tower being built in the map. MarineKing Prime, what are you doing? So he's got a sensor tower and the Xel'Nagas. That's going to be pretty good. Always a mech player's best friend is sensor towers and Xel'Naga towers. All the towers are good for MarineKing here. Hellions being pushed up and not in range of those tanks, but doesn't even have vision, so it wouldn't really help that much. 2 Vikings flying around just to deal with that, and a scout does come up to the top left. Sjow does see it, and he sees yet another command center. What is he just going to start building? Planetary fortresses in front of all of his bases? MarineKing is just ridiculous, and look at all these mules up here. Crazy. Big attack coming here. Hellions up in the front, going to start roasting, and look at this income. Over 3,000. Over 3,000 income right there for a second with those mules and all those 4 bases here. So Marine's going to push up to the left. He does have stim, keep that in mind. Tanks in a pretty good position. Going to have air superiority with those Vikings. Going to have the range over the tanks, but no, quickly going to take that out. He's even going to cancel. There he goes. He's going to be forced to transfer. This orbital of things going to have to be backed up, but it's not really that big of a deal. Hellions pushing, going to try and get a big attack there on the Hellions. He's going to go in here getting for another attack. He's going to take out the medevac. Yep, but no, quickly. Marines push forward. Sjow takes out a couple of those Vikings. Forced to fall back. Sieging up over here. Scouting out over here on the right still. With about 50 supply lead, MarineKing still looking really good. Getting some nice upgrades here. Sjow isn't giving up yet. Big attack here coming from MarineKing, but I mean, Show's in a great position. He's even pulling SCVs. Why not? MarineKing loves those SCVs, pushing up with a whole bunch of tanks, 1-1 upgrades versus Show's 0-0, and he just crushes that straight up with brute force. His macro has been paying off this game, and MarineKing crushes that attack. And what? He's just making command centers now to drop mules. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. I don't even want to look at the income. Let's see what it is after they return. Oh, that's pretty sick. He did lose a couple harvesters. I think he lost about 10 after that attack. Let's check the old worker count. 26, so he hasn't killed any more workers from MarineKing for a while, but Sjow getting a couple more workers killed during that engagement. Once again, Marine being sent up to the top left. As far as he knows, that base was removed, but you just have to check to make sure it goes back. And here we have another big attack from Sjow. MarineKing going to meet it, but look at MarineKing's army just so sick. He's just going to walk through this. He doesn't even care. He's he's like stutter stepping some of those takes up front. GG from Sjow. Takes him out. So MarineKing Prime with a very clever opening. I gotta say, there was like multiple levers of cleverness on that opening that just worked out really well for him. The only thing I would like to test myself is get a Reaper second and a Marauder first, and then don't get concussive shell. Because Reapers do fairly well against Hellions also. So concussive shell, pretty good versus Hellions. That's what I'm trying to figure out there. But anyways, I mean, after he got that lead, I think Sjow had to be on tilt. Whenever you deal with like these novelty builds, it's the best word I could come up with at the moment, but these weird builds that you're unaccustomed to, sometimes it'll throw players off kilter and they just don't play as good. But I mean, that gave MarineKing a big lead either way, and whenever you're playing against MarineKing, you need all the advantages you can get, and it just started off bad for Sjow. MarineKing got a lot of mech, played pretty safe with his mech. I mean, most of the attacks were instigated by Sjow pushing out, and MarineKing was just kind of sitting there like, you know what, I'll get up to 200, then attack you, and get some awesome upgrades on top of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. We're going to head on into game number 2. Coming up after this, like always, you can follow me on Twitter, EonShiKeno, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you feel like supporting me, and tweet this video. This is a pretty fun video here from MarineKing. Tweet it, whatever. Send it around to your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.